Look, I know I don't have the best genetic as far as aesthetics go, but those things are improving. I'm also finding ways to pose to hide those flaws. Now, in my opinion, if I have the Arnold conditioning with the Olympia fullness that I had and combine those, I believe I will win without a question.
Yes, people, so today's title is Fact Not Feeling. Oh, that's a good title. Why, thank you. I try. Yes, I do. Fact Not Feeling. What we're talking about today is Nick Walker and what is factual and what is his feelings. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so let's kick off with what he said on the Cutler cast. He said that if he comes in the conditioning that he was in at the Arnold and comes with the fullness that he had at the Olympia, he will win the Mr Olympia. Really? Well, let's go through the facts. The facts is, at the Olympia, he was third. He was the third best bodybuilder in the world. That is fact. And that's an awesome statement. That's an awesome fact. That's a great achievement. Out of every bodybuilder who tries to pursue bodybuilding in the world, in 2022, Nick was at the pinnacle. He was in the top three. He was third in the world, the best of the best, the third best bodybuilder in the world, only behind Derek Lunsford and Hadi Chupan. Now, that's a great achievement. That's a fact, like I said. Feeling is, he believes his feeling is that he's going to win it. And you can't help but give him credit for his drive. You can't help but give him credit for his ambition. You can't help but give him credit for his self-belief. That is awesome, and everyone needs that kind of level of self-belief. Let me tell you, that self-belief is unstoppable. I do believe he'll get there with that level of self-belief. But is it factual? Do you really think it's going to happen this year? I do not. Let me tell you why. There's a lot of whys. The first why is this: there was two men ahead of him, Derek Lunsford and Hadi Chupan. Now, do you think just because Nick's training really hard, them to rest on their laurels? Of course they're not. They're going to be training equally as hard as Nick. And Derek's had a full off season, as a men's open bodybuilder. So he's going to be absolutely awesome and freakish this year. And Hadi's not resting up at all. So them two are still ahead of him and are still pushing it as hard as possible. Thirdly, you've got Samson Dowder. Now, Samson Dowder has already beaten Nick Walker once this year at the Arnold. Battered him. Well, I don't know about battered him, but he beat him. He beat him, and therefore, that also poses another threat to whether he can even come top three. So, therefore, I don't believe it is factual to think that Nick Walker will win this year's Olympia. Not at all.
Samson is as flat as a board. And I think if we're going to talk facts, Samson's got his shit back too.
Also, you got to bear in mind, Nick said this: if you want to talk facts, Samson Dowder has a shit back. Really, young Nicholas. Let me ask you this, brother. If he had a shit back, he beat you with a shit back. Now, his back has clearly improved. If you go to Samson Dowder's latest Instagram shot post where he puts his back progress from the Arnold to now, it is unbelievable. Day and night, the guy's improved dramatically, right? And if his shape, symmetry, flow and size beat him at the Arnold, what do you think is going to happen at the Olympia this year? We already know what Nick's strategy is coming up for the Olympia this year. He said it on the Cutler cast. He said he wants to come with the fullness of the Olympia and the condition of the Arnold. Now, that's not going to happen either. Fact. Let me tell you why. He is at the elite level of genetics given to people. God bless him. All of them are on the Olympia stage. They're elite level genetics. But even with those elite level genetics, you're never going to get that what he wants. If you sacrifice size for condition, you're going to be in condition. But hear what I just said. You're going to sacrifice some size to come in that condition. Also, if you want to come in with lots of size, you're going to sacrifice on condition. You can't have both. I think only Ronnie Coleman, the GOAT, has had both. You can't play the size game and think your conditioning is going to be on point. It's not. Your conditioning is going to suffer a little bit if you're going for size, and vice versa. If you're going for conditioning, your size is going to take a hit as well. Case in point, Michael Crizzo. Let's have a look at him. He came in condition his last show, looked unbelievable, had a little bit of size different. Nick Walker came in conditioning in the Arnold, lost a bit of size. You can't maintain size whilst chasing conditioning. It's just not gonna happen. And therefore, that's why I believe Nick Walker is not going to win. But do we wish him well? Of course we do. His level of self-belief is unmatched. He is superb in his conviction, in his courage. He's relentless. He is dominant. When he's got something in his head, he's just on it. He demands the best. He strives for the best. And with that level of self-belief, self-esteem, self-worth, he is going to be an unstoppable force. Do I think it's this year? No, I do not. Samson Dowder, in my mind, is ahead of him, as are the two who beat him last year. So we shall see what happens in November, but it's going to be something special. Until the next time, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. God bless you. Love you to you and those you love. Huge blessings. And with this one, you know what to do. Go on, press it. I dare you. I double dare you. Go on, press that button.